Hello, and welcome to Last Time On. This is the podcast where we pick a show the three of us haven't seen. We watch the pilot, we make some jokes, we roll some dice, we skip some episodes, then we try to figure out what the hell happened last time on. I'm Xhafer.
I am Ben.
I'm Victor, and with our powers combined, we summon Captain Podcast.
I'll take that. What would your podcaster ring be? Ben's is middle-aged white dude.
I'd
The youngest one here.
Youth.
The youth.
Ben, out of the three of us, who is the most youthful and who is the youngest, have very different answers.
Mine.
I'm the one without a bunch of gray in my hair.
Oh, you know what?
Not fair.
Give it time, good sir.
I started graying when I was 16. I don't want to hear that.
Oh man,
that's genetics working against me. All right, it's not my fault.
Oh, I'm Xhafer. I've never been carded.
That's not true. I dyed my hair for a long time.
Nice. What is that bag of trash you got there behind you?
Oh,
Fair.
that's a bag of clothes.
Oh, fun.
We are currently. I'm redoing chunks of the house right now.
Have fun. Yeah, Karina actually has a friend coming over to stay with us from the UK this week to attend SpaceCon next weekend. Mm-hmm. And that means I have to clear out the guest room that I've been using for storage ever since I moved in, that I told her I would have done, like, back in June. So
yeah,
now I actually have to. So that's what I'm doing immediately after podcasting today. So that's going to be fun. Well, speaking of things that are going to be fun, not really, but, I cannot understand why I cannot get into Alias. I don't know. I'm just not, it has not gripped me. I'm not grippeth. I am completely ungrippethed.
Some episodes I've really enjoyed, and some episodes have felt like they've just dragged.
Yeah. That's got to be it. It is kind of a drag. I mean, the show's got all the things I like. It's got spy stuff. It's got a cool spy theme. It's got that early 2000s vibe that brings back nostalgia.
Jennifer Garner in
Jennifer Garner, yeah. Spin kicks, it's got all the things.
So what I'm hearing you say, Victor, is you want that kind of cool spy aesthetic. You want the action. You want to go back and watch Viper again.
Yeah, I can handle watching Viper again. I mean, I even got into Billions, and it's got all the things I hate. So, so I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. Maybe it'll get better.
I will say, I spent a little bit of time yesterday just looking at like our podcast analytics. It's not something that I obsess over, and not something I recommend anyone who obsess over, unless it's like your business, which this is definitely not for us. This is a hobby.
Yeah.
And our Billions episodes are by far our lowest listen. Like everyone skipped Billions.
See, I told you guys. I'm pretty sure our core audience is sci-fi nerds. So
SG1 number one ranked.
Yeah.
Out of everything.
Now, is that by per episodes or just number of listens over the series? Because there's just also so much.
No, it's average number of listens per episode.
Okay.
The Stargate recap average is 5 times more listens than
the one where we read
Billions.
the fucking Wikipedia articles.
Yeah.
Dude, that was our worst episode ever.
It was just exhausting.
Yeah.
Those 3 episodes combined are probably double the amount of listens all of Billions combined got.
That's so freaking weird.
That's insane.
Our audience,
it's just like, I'm not
dear
saying
audience, you guys are weird, man.
Well, I think the Billions episodes were actually pretty, like, the show, and I think the episodes we recorded are actually pretty good. So the reason I'm bringing it up is to be like, hey, listener, go give Billions a chance, because we did, and we were surprised.
Yeah.
So maybe you will be too. It does not start strong, though.
Yeah.
Our
No.
coverage. It takes us a couple episodes to figure out what's really
Instead
going
of
on.
wet Jennifer Garner, we get wet Paul Giamatti.
Yeah. With,
Yeah, right. Ugh. I didn't need to think about that. Thanks, Ben.
No, but instead we've got Alias here, and we are in Vienna, and we
Yeah.
open in media service industrial night.
yeah. Season 4, episode 18, Mirage.
Yeah. I call this the world's most modestly attended rave. It's not the most sparsely attended rave, but it is the most modestly attended rave.
I called this, I wrote down, we open in media, Vienna, home of the world's worst sausages. Seriously, who eats those? Somebody has to be eating those, otherwise they wouldn't still be selling. So who are you out there that are eating Vienna sausages? Reveal yourself.
The Viennese? The
Viennese?
The Venetians?
Not the Venetians.
Not the Venetians. Spring for some
but-
extras, ABC. You've got money.
They keep trying to do clubs, and the clubs all look awful
Yeah.
in this show.
And
Yeah.
and they have these guys walk in men in black suits, and it's like who has ever seen someone like that walk into a club? I don't know. Actually, I haven't been to a club in like a decade, so I would.
But Sydney is here posing as a waitress as Marcus is pretending to be somebody who is buying the Hydro Sect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the McGuffin
Gentlemen,
of
I've got
the
a
episode.
question.
Yeah.
Have we heard of the Hydro Sect before this episode?
I don't believe
Don't think so. No. So what do we think?
So,
Do we want to do
you
a
think
what
this
happened?
is a single episode MacGuffin, or
No, because the way they talk about it, it's like it's been around. I actually wonder if this is the stuff that turns people to glass. And they just didn't have a name for it, because the name of that was like Hydro 5 or something.
Ice
right?
5?
Ice 5, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just conflating the words in my head.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Well,
a
Ice
poison
5
of some
turns you
kind.
into ice. The Hydro Sect turns you into water.
That makes sense. But like the dude's like threatening to drop it in the water supply, right? So
Yeah.
it's like it's got to be a thing there. Okay.
Try again. Start over.
Before we get to that, Marcus is hanging out with Timu Benicio del Toro as Sydney brings them some drinks, and they're discussing the Hydro Sect, capital H, capital T.
And then someone, I didn't understand what was happening here, but someone hands Sydney a glass with a bomb in it. And this
Oh,
is the
bomb.
opposite
Yeah.
of my prediction. I predicted that we would get an incredibly obvious bomb with sticks and wires and a countdown clock. This is a coaster. A coaster
Yeah,
bomb.
so this guy had been walking around the rave, and he's just sticking bombs everywhere. He's being a little bomb gnome.
The bomb gnome. That reminds me
And-
of my favorite villain from The Tick. The evil midnight bomber. What bombs at midnight? This is exactly what he did. He walked around the club just putting bombs everywhere, and they had the word bomb written on them.
Victor, I've told you my favorite superhero of all time is from The Tick, right?
Oh, which one's your favorite superhero?
He's only in one issue of the comic,
Oh,
Hand Grenade Man.
hand grenade man.
His superpower is he has a hand grenade, and when everybody's like, but how does that work? And he's like, I find when you have a hand grenade, most people do what you say. He's a
Nice.
one-off gag, but it's the perfect
That's-
one-off gag.
That is pretty true. Yeah, that's good to know.
But yeah, everything starts blowing up. So there are two sets of bad guys. There's the people trying to sell the Hydro Sect. There's our good guys who are trying to intercept it. And then there's this other gnome bomber who is
gnome
also
bomber.
trying to steal the Hydro Sect. So we've got bad guy on bad guy action. And
we get Sydney doing an
disappointed.
axe kick, not a spin kick. She
only
does an
one
axe
spin
kick.
kick.
Oh,
I'm feeling like I'm going to lose this bet here.
yeah. I say that was not a spin kick. That was an axe kick, very specifically. She would go
Ben has a
Anything-
looser definition of spin kick. We covered this the other
okay.
week.
Anything that involves 180 degrees of motion falls into my spin kick box.
Spin kick box. All right. Yeah. I'll
So
allow
a
it.
crescent kick, a front roundhouse kick does not count. A back roundhouse kick does.
Mm-hmm.
Kick to the groin. Does that count as a spin kick?
Only if you really wind up. You got to go 180 degrees.
Nice.
Possible.
Oh, God, I want that so bad.
Oh, man. That happened in a movie we watched last night. A couple weeks ago, Karina and I went to go see Jeffrey Combs at a screening of Reanimator in downtown
Fun.
Austin. Yeah, and it had Jeffrey Combs live doing a Q&A afterwards. And, man, he's just got such an iconic voice. So, like, after that, we watched some of the other movies that he was in, and we watched a really bad one last night. It was called Stream.
You said you were watching Jeffrey Combs movies, man. You don't need to say that they were really bad.
Yeah, I know. It's
I love
so
him.
sad.
He was not in a lot of classics.
This movie, listener, I think it's free on Tubi. If you watch Stream, it's a horror movie. It's a B movie slasher. It's got Jeffrey Combs, fucking Tony Todd, and Tim Curry. And the movie still sucked.
That's right.
Yikes.
But anyway, in the final scene, okay, spoiler alert for a crappy movie, but Jeffrey Combs has got like the main character and like is trying to kill her with an axe, and he just gets kicked right in the groin, and even though he's the villain, both me and Corinne were like, no, Jeffrey Combs, no. Anyway, back to Alias.
Yeah, so this guy laying all these bombs, I have him in my notes as what the nerdy programmer guy from Grandma's Boy thinks he looks like.
Oh.
I never saw Grandma's Boy.
Oh, okay.
No, is this the guy that's in the lab coat? Or that? Wait, no, that's the next scene.
That the guy that like acts like he's in the Matrix, and I don't. I do mean like acts like he's in the Matrix, like he does the things and he wears the big black trench coat and stuff. I just call him this fucking guy for the rest of the episode because we don't get a name.
He's not worth having a name.
Yeah. Now, is this the part where he threatens to put the hydrosect in the water supply?
Yeah.
That is right before this. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
that our I believe you said Timu Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. Now, I did write down that Carl Lumbly here, he pulls the quickest ruse ever. He
does.
Yeah, he's like, put the gun down. And he's like, okay, I'll put the gun down. Just kidding. Like,
Gotcha, bitch.
that counts as a ruse. You know?
But this better not be a ruse. A ruse?
That said, also this guy's like he's holding a viral agent, something that'll kill a lot of people, over a water pipe.
I mean, we're assuming it
And-
could just give everyone diarrhea.
Yeah. And we're also assuming that this is water going in and not water coming out, you know?
It does look more like a sewage pipe than it
Yeah.
does with a
There's
potable
a
water
lot
pipe.
of like,
yeah.
is this doing what we think it's doing? But that's fine for the sake of the plot, you know.
But it's also, okay, as long as his hand isn't right there over top of the hatch, everyone's safe.
Right.
You didn't have to headshot this guy, Carl Lumbly, but I appreciate that you did.
Yeah.
After this, we cut over to Sophia, who we see is behind all of this, which I'm guessing was a reveal. I don't know how long we've known she's a baddie, but she's like living with Nadia and Sydney, even though we don't see Sydney at home this entire episode.
No.
Yeah. I thought that this was Sydney's mom just recast.
No, this is Nadia's fake mom.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to say last time on, this is the person, even though Sydney's mom is, we're assuming, Nadia's biological mother, this is the person who raised her and taught her to be evil or not. Maybe not evil. We don't know.
Just a little
But
evil.
I
as a
was
treat.
I'm going to make a guess and say Sophia is, what's our mom's name?
Oh, what was
Irina.
Mom's name? Yeah.
Sophia is Irina's sister.
Ooh. Doing
So
that family
we did
trope
get
here.
another secret sister. It's just the mom's secret sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I support that. So then Sydney, I don't know what I wrote in my notes here. It says Sydney back at
HQ?
Oh, that's what that was. Yeah. Autocorrect must have turned it into okay. Can't find her dad.
Oh, yeah. Jackie is missing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had alluded to it a couple of times earlier in the episode already. It's like, hey, where's Jack? Oh, Jack's missing. Oh, Jack didn't report this stuff. We don't know what he's supposed to be doing. But Jack's MIA, and so Sydney grabs Vaughn to go check on him. They find a journal of him monitoring his own vital signs, and there's just, like, pills and syringes all over his
bottle
apartment.
Of pills. My God. It's huge.
His apartment is not Sharp's safe. It is.
No, they're just in the trash. It's bad call. Don't do
It's
that.
like he's feeding a cat
Also,
in the window. That's awesome. Good
gross.
on you, Dad. What? That's awesome. He's feeding stray cats. It means he's a good guy.
Gross. That's how you get parasites. That's why he needs all the pills.
From the he turns into Crazy Cat Man.
But also,
He's a
Sydney
cat
says...
man.
We
We did a Scatman joke last episode, so I'm just keeping it going now.
So it turns out Sydney's dad has radiation poisoning, and I put in my notes that I was going to do a hop on here for how he got radiation poisoning, but we find out immediately how he got radiation poisoning. And I wrote down, I want to say, for the record, I paused the show, wrote down, what happened here? How did he get radiation poisoning? And my prediction was he pulled a Spock from Wrath of Khan. And that's exactly what he did.
That's exactly, even in my notes, when we find out what he did, I say I will only be calling this, he pulled a Spock from now on. Or he was Spocking.
He more did a Reynard from The World Is Not Enough.
I don't remember that. I remember the movie. I don't remember that scene. What are you talking about?
He's manually moving control rods in a nuclear reactor
Instead of moving the dilithium core thing, or like it's the same shit.
It's the same thing. But I'm just there is actually a more accurate.
Actually, that scene is exactly like whenever I have to declog my shower drain. That's what it looks like.
God. We also find out here Sydney has never been to her dad's apartment.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And I was just initially like, oh man, and then I realized I've never been to my parents' house in Arizona. So
oh, dude, just don't go to Arizona. There's no reason to.
Well, I'd rather be dead in California than alive in Arizona.
Yeah.
So,
there's no reason to go to the American Southwest.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, we cut over to Jack, who is with his doctor, who's Michael McKean.
This fucking guy, yeah.
There, he is. He might be the most that guy. He's
the Witchfinder
guys.
General.
He's
Spinal Tap.
He's Better Call
Grandpa
Saul's,
Pickles in the Rugrats reboot.
He's Saul Goodman's brother.
He's
Doug
Clue.
Forsett.
He's the clown in Star Trek Voyager in that creepy episode where
That
they're
was
trapped
him?
in the hologram.
Holy shit! I didn't realize that was.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I hated that episode.
And he was in Billions.
Oh, he was in Billions, wasn't he?
He was in Billions. Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's talking to his doctor here, and I wrote down in my notes there is no cure for being nuked because someone at some point brought up a cure for. I'm like, no, you can't cure this shit. So.
He was talking about like how he's like butchered all of these rats, but sometimes they live.
Oh man, rats! And then we finally get a new intro sequence for the show.
Well,
we had one,
saw it already.
Yeah, we had one last. It was the same last episode.
Oh shit! Sorry.
No, you're fine. You had to miss. It happens.
Yeah.
That's where wet Jennifer Gardner jokes have been coming from, is because she's wet in every other scene of that intro sequence for some reason. For absolutely no reason, I'll actually go as far as to say. We get back from theme.
And who's now a thing?
It's fucking Weiss and Nadia are a thing. So Sophia calls Nadia to be all like, dinner with the girls and bring your boyfriends. And so Nadia goes to Weiss and we find out they're a thing. And also she confirms that Sydney and Vaughn are back together.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's unexpected.
Given last episode, I think they were building towards it again. But Yeah, after that year gap. Wasn't too sure. Thought I was going to lose out on some points there.
All right.
Anyways, Jack gets his drugs from the sketchiest guy.
This guy, he looks like, what's his name? Seth Green. He's a Temu Seth Green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are those monkeys in the background of this?
Sure are.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
wow.
well, and Jack even says, like, I'm not going to be talked down to by a guy who kills monkeys for a living.
Nice.
And I do appreciate, even in the midst of all of his hallucinations and delusions, when this guy's like, all right, here's those chemicals you need, and I know you're torturing and murdering somebody, not knowing that Jack is going to be taking these recreationally. He's like, does this pay off my debt? And Jack, the ultimate professional, just says, I'll be seeing you. And it's like, damn.
Yeah, and
Yep.
at this point we don't know that he's Delulu. That this is all in his head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had.
Well,
the big
I
reveal
assume
yet.
the getting the drugs is not a delusion, that he actually goes and talks to this guy, because he does get the drugs.
And I will fill your prescription with some degree of accuracy, and then I'll send it back to you.
He does inject himself with the drugs. So, I mean, maybe he just injected himself with, like, heroin or something, and he just bought it off another dude, and all of this might be a delusion. It's hard to say. I kind of like that they don't tell us. But yeah, after this, Sydney goes to Marshall to be like, hey, do you have a tracker on my dad? And he's all like, well, no, but I do know why he's dying and haven't told you.
Yeah.
And this is where we find out that he's been Spocking himself.
He's been Oh man. So my next thing in the notes is, what are the restraints for?
So he shows up to Michael McKean, and there's also now another doctor there, and
Yeah.
he's like, here's the chemicals, and they strap him down because it's like, hey, it's going to be an awful 4-hour ride if you live.
Right.
And he's like, hey, tell Sydney I love her, and Laura, of course.
Yeah, who's Laura?
Laura, I had to go back and double check this. Laura is Irina's name when she was pretending to be not Irina.
Oh, right. That's right. I
So
remember that.
I was confused as well, just like, oh god, is there another secret daughter out there somewhere? But no, this is part of him still thinking it's the 80s. Which, god, the horror.
The horror.
Oh, man. This is a nightmare. This personally
80s?
resonates
Yeah.
with me. Well, just like the time travel back, as a personal anecdote.
All right.
I don't know if I've told this story on pod, so I don't know if you've ever heard this, Victor, but my dad was very sick for a long time. And
I remember. Yes.
Yeah, I've told this one about the time my dad woke up and thought it was 1994.
Oh, I didn't know about that specifically, but I do remember that he said he was.
Yeah. My dad had
Marbles.
a thing where there was too much ammonia in his blood, and it fucked with his
Ooh.
brain and made him delusional in ways and stuff, and all kinds of problems. And yeah, one time he had a bad spill and woke up and thought it was 1994, and that was a whole thing. Luckily, by the time, like, I got the phone call, I talked to the doctor, I start driving to the hospital. It was about a 45-minute drive. Luckily, by the time I got there, he had come to and realized what year it was and everything. But I did spend 45 minutes in a car mentally preparing to tell him that I am not his son, who would have been a child at the, I'm his son, not the child he thought I was. His parents are dead. Like, catch him up on, like, 20 years of stuff.
Oof.
Yeah, that was a bad day.
That said, if you guys could go back to any year, what would it be?
Oh, I'd go see Live Aid. I'd actually go to the 80s.
No, some like in your life, you wake up and like
Oh.
you,
Oh, get a redo?
no, just like, hey, boom, you're there now. Also, God, you could not pay me to go to a concert.
It would be 2015 for me. That's when I was in the best shape of my life. I was a big CrossFit nerd. I was doing obstacle course races. Man, I miss Skinny Victor. I'm going to try to get there again next month, or work on it. But
I hope
You know what the
do.
secret is,
I
Victor?
cannot imagine you being a CrossFit guy.
oh yeah, dude. I had at least 4 different gym memberships, maybe even 5. It was ridiculous. I was working out so fucking much. Yeah, I was doing Krav Maga. I was doing boxing on Sundays. It was, yeah. And by the way, another reason to say fuck you, MAGA, is because I was really into Krav Maga, and now that word has a different context.
Krav Maga! Ha, he, ha, he. No, quit going for my groin! No groin, no Krav Maga. Ow, 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 ow.
This was before dipshits and their red hats ruined it. Yeah, anyway.
But Victor, if you want to get back in that shape, the secret is poop more than you eat.
That is actually true.
Yeah. If you even poop as much as you eat, you're still going to be net negative.
Yeah.
Gotta poop more. Yep. All right.
Yeah, but if you poop more,
So you're telling me the
definitely
secret to
gonna
losing weight is eat chili dogs and root beer?
Chipotle
it's better than
all
Ozempic.
day, every day.
All right. Well,
Now I want, because Victor, can you find a way to like have a thing at STLV where Casey Biggs hosts a chili dogs and root beer like lunch?
no, but I'm glad you think I have that kind of pull. I don't know. Maybe I could just.
I think you could pull
I could
it
just
off.
walk around. I could walk around giving away like a little hot dog stand or something. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to work on that. That sounds fun. Anyway, back to, is this where we finally get the plot twist? Yeah. Sydney and Vaughn find the crack house that he's hanging out in. The dad is hanging out in. It's like a little warehouse. And here's where we get the big reveal, the plot twist, that Dad's Delulu.
Yep. Bad times.
we get them trying to interrogate one of the junkies, and it's like, oh no, he's too. Is he too far gone? No, he's just an extra. He can't speak.
It's like, what were you guys expecting?
He doesn't have a SAG card, so.
And
We also have, well, this is happening, our dinner with Sophia and Nadia and Weiss, while our bomb gnome is just gooning in the shadows. And then starts gooning on Nadia's computer.
You shouldn't goon on someone else's computer.
yeah, that's just rude.
Especially their work computer.
Oh, yeah, that's like the worst thing you could do in terms of gooning on someone else's computer.
Why are spies taking their work home
Oh, you're a spy.
when they
dude. You're a
have
spy
other
24/7.
people visiting? Like, this is...
I
This
imagine if you're
this is stuff that would get me fired from a normal, regular ass job.
I imagine you don't have much time off as a spy, so you've got to work from home quite a bit. So, yeah.
But it's the sort of thing where it's, if somebody got into my old work computer, I would immediately get fired because, like, I've got, like, as a person who works in mortgages, Social Security numbers, addresses, your job, your tax returns. It's like, hey, if you want to steal somebody's identity, silver platter, here you go. I'm not a freaking spy. I don't have, like, nuclear codes and secrets.
Well, I imagine every spy also has, like, in their apartment, they have, like, a secret door that goes into their weapons room that has, like, guns on the walls and all that shit. So, I mean, I
Shit's
just figured
expensive.
that's a standard issue for a spy. So, anyway.
Yeah, like when you start working, they do a remodel on the place you get, just to like make sure you've got your secret spy room.
Speaking of
Handle
the
that
tick,
for you.
that was my favorite. That was one of my favorite lines ever. Is when the tick goes to Arthur's apartment, and he goes, "Oh yeah, where's your secret superhero room? What does your couch turn into?" And he goes, "It turns into a bed." Man, the tick needs to come back. Anyway,
We
for a
also
third
get
time.
Weiss being confounded by empanadas. It's just like,
We
come
have
on,
to
man,
talk
they've been
about
at
Weiss
Taco
here.
Bell for...
We learned something about Weiss here that I will never forgive him for,
Oh boy.
and that's he pronounces cumin as Komen.
Oh my god.
Unforgivable, Greg Grunberg. If this was a choice
That's-
you made as Weiss, I will accept and respect. I will throw shade at Weiss, but if this is you fucking up Greg Grunberg, I will talk to you about it. There's a non-zero chance I end up with an elevator at you at STLV because you've been going the last couple of years to play with, and what's his name's band? Scott, the guy from Orville.
Oh, Scott Grimes?
Scott Grimes? Yeah. There's a non-zero chance I'm going to end up in an elevator with you, Greg Grunberg, and if I do, this is the question I'm asking you. Hey, so I was rewatching Alias, and I noticed that you pronounce cumin as Komen. I'm just wondering if that was an acting choice you made.
I'm
take
guessing
my answer at the
said,
bar.
I'm guessing he said, hey, is there cumin in this?
Oh, no. And the director was like, stop.
And they're like, no, Greg, you got to take that again.
That's actually an accepted pronunciation of the word. Komen
I'm
going to
say that's why the mom drew a gun at the dinner table.
I'm also really mad I was this close to getting Xhafer to do a spit take.
That's
One
what I
day,
live
Ben.
for.
One day you'll get there.
Let's see.
But yeah, so they're talking about Sid and Sloan have a conversation about the information they need out of Jack. They make a point of calling out that hypnotization won't work.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that's been a reoccurring plot point.
I just want to believe like there's a like incredibly stereotypical like magician with like a pocket watch. And she's like,
Yeah.
and then hypnotization won't work. Oh.
It's actually
Or will
Sloan.
it? I'll hypnotize you to think hypnotizing works.
Man,
The amazing Jeffrey, get out of here.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I had a therapist once who was a licensed hypnotist, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah, hypnotize me. Let's do this. And it didn't fucking work. But I was just thinking just now, well, what if it did? And I just don't remember.
That's how they get you, Vic.
Yeah.
I also have a bridge to sell you.
Ooh.
Believe
let's
that
talk
your
after the
insurance
show.
will cover this.
Oh, man. Okay, so, yeah, at this point, they talk about how they come up with the plan for Sydney to dress up as her mom.
Yeah.
And I wrote down that Freud would be having a field day right now.
Yes, so you're now being your mother. Is your father? Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a little girl to pretend to be you. Let's talk about this, yeah?
And holy crap, they recreated the house way too quickly.
Yeah,
They
just had a
full on Mission
soundstage
Impossible
ready.
this.
How did they just have this shit in storage, just ready to go? You know, like everyone's childhood home. Just
You never know.
yeah.
I want to believe that they have like a team of like licensed contractors where it's just like, hey, he's got to be up to code, but I just sit here in case they randomly needs to build a house. It's a good gig if you need it. You got to be on call though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Vaughn
then-
gives Sydney a pep talk here before she impersonates her mom. He says the thing, guys, and actually, we didn't call it out earlier, but Marcus said it earlier in the episode, too. They say the name of the show in this episode
Oh, they do.
twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fun.
Do the DiCaprio. I see it. Yeah, Sydney gets the pep talk and says that her mother's pet name was Sweetheart. And I'm like, that is basic as fuck. Okay, you guys couldn't come. What writer got paid to do this? Like, all right, remember, it's Sweetheart. Like, what the fuck?
But she does make a good point where she's just like, I don't know, man, I was 9. I don't know what my parents were like privately.
But also, that piece of glassware belongs on that table and not this one.
Right.
Yeah.
I empathize, though, because my memory's like this sometimes. There's stupid shit that I remember, like,
Oh, I
clear
hate
as a
that,
picture,
yeah.
and then there's stuff that I just could not tell you.
I would be able to be like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. You can't find enough Longaberger baskets for this to be my childhood home. My mom got real into them.
Man, that's funny. I had a childhood flashback just the other day at the grocery store. I had a weird craving for a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and I was going through the bread aisle, and there were these breakfast pastry breads that were fucking awful. They were like pumpernickel and had raisins in them, and my parents bought them all the time, and now I realize it. Why? Because my parents were fucking broke, and these things were super cheap, and they were disgusting, and I had to eat them all the time. They were terrible, man. Ah. Anyway, speaking of childhood, where'd they get the little girl from? This is creepy.
Yeah.
Vaughn, like, when Vaughn shows her photos of the little girls, like the options for a minute, and that is the fucking creepiest scene because he's like, "Oh, this one has your eyes," and it's just like that sent fucking chills down my spine.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just because a certain sex trafficker, despite having been dead for a number of years at this point, is constantly in the news right now. Maybe that's coloring this in ways it wouldn't have been colored. Maybe in. We'll say before, I don't know, 2016.
Victor's going full Miss Piggy over there. Just
Maybe that's upsetting. Maybe that's why it's so viscerally upsetting to me, because this is what that feels like, even though presumably this is just like a child actor. And, well, I mean, it's definitely a child actor playing the part, but also like a child actor playing a child actor.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that it is just like here are some headshots, from the acting agency.
Yeah.
She has no idea what she's doing.
Yeah, she's 9. She can play one song on the piano. Perfect.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
it's
in Helsinki,
weird that it's chopsticks, but here we are.
I do want to believe like there was a version of this where she starts playing chopsticks and Jack is just like, I'm spending, $20 an hour on piano lessons, and you can still only play chopsticks.
Chopsticks and chopsticks and chopsticks and chopsticks.
Anyways, so they lure him in. There's a little bit of like, he's all like, Sydney? And she's all like, oh, upstairs sleeping. Like, plays it off real good, gets the kind of thing going, gets the delusion to be bought in a little bit. And then Vaughn calls as his handler, and he speaks in code. Jack is semi-lucid through all of this. They send in the young girl, but eventually Jack moves into the kitchen and is all like, hey, I'm getting sent out on a mission to rescue this dude. And this is when they find out that Jack had been honest with Irene/Laura about his job.
Yeah.
Which is a no-no.
That's
and
right.
also explains for why he beat himself up so much about being betrayed. Is because it wasn't, it was the trust of everything. It wasn't just the trust of the marriage and the trust of love, but it's also the trust of his job and of government secrets, clearly, because he gives, like, details about what's going on. And so he just felt so completely fooled that it makes the betrayal even deeper.
Betrayal.
And I'm sure this means that Carl Lumley is just sitting back there just like, I lied to my wife for 30 years, and none of you motherfuckers can keep a goddamn secret. You told your wife. You told your boyfriend. Sloan, you told your wife and then murdered her, and then somehow that's okay. And here I am lying to everybody.
Yeah. Carl Lumley will forever be Mantis to me. Which put that on the list, if it's not already on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Is there enough of it?
Probably not. I think it was only one season. But I will... anyway, I still say we should just cut the number in half. But never mind. Okay, we'll get to talk about that some other time.
So we find out that...
We can cut the number in half, but there's also, like, one-season shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would say the lowest number we could go to would be, like... If we did, like, 4 or 5, maybe out of 20.
This is too much math for this early in the morning. So anyway, meanwhile in Helsinki.
Yeah. Yeah. Sydney gets the details on where the actual doctor is, not the hallucination doctor. And he's in Finland. Marshall figures out where they go. They get him. They bring him back. It all happens very, very quickly.
And
Liddell, I don't know what you're talking about. You must have somebody else. And they're like, Jack Bristow needs your help. And he's like, oh, well, anything for Jack. And it's like, did he not have a code name or anything? He's telling everyone who he is.
Mm.
But now Sophia and her bomb gnome are trying to get the hydrosect. And Marshall from work is like, hey, guys... I was supposed to do science on the hydrosect. Why'd you move it to a super low security place? And I'm like, oh no, something was in transit. Uh-oh.
Oh, yep, that always happens.
So it's now at a low security facility instead of there, which, why is there no 2-factor authentication or anything? Like,
I think this was before the time of 2-factor authentication.
It was not. This was at the time where, I don't know if anybody has seen one of these banks. used to have these little like digital clocks that if you were a teller, you would click it and it would give you like the current as of this time random number generation.
Really?
And
I've never heard of that before.
Like your computer would automatically, like every hour, your 4-digit PIN code would change, and like the safe would have a new combination.
I was not
and
aware
you'd
of this
have to
at all.
keep using. So it wasn't like on your phone or anything, but it's kind of a cool system, provided your calculator, like little watch thing, still works.
Now, question for you guys, because this has been driving me crazy ever since this episode. The monitor that they're watching on, it has a logo on it that I know what this logo is. It was from the early 2000s. It was a computer manufacturer. It has the little cow-looking logo. I remember they were super popular.
Gateway.
What was the name? Gateway? Was it Gateway? Mm-hmm. I guess it was something else. Oh. Damn. Okay.
Also, I
Some
did notice
Mandela
in this
effect shit.
episode, they have, since they set up their new base, they do not have the old Cisco phones, and they've got some very 2000s ass phones.
Oh, man. What a time to be alive.
But our bad guys murder all of the security guards, and they're like, all right, it's a double double-hulled titanium safe, and the guy just gets into it so fast.
Oh, got it. I mean, this is one of those things where they're playing with time, where we see the cuts in between of them going in, like Weiss and Nadia getting there and finding all the people, and we think that maybe they're like 10 feet behind them, but it's probably hours later. And it's one of those, is what it read to me. Regardless, the McGuffin is moved.
Yes. And our bomb gnome is murdered.
Yep, that fucking guy is fucking dead, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. Liddell gets to Jack and starts to help him to credits. That's our episode.
It friggin' ends on a cliffhanger. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to guess over our next... We're going to miss these, but over the next 4 episodes, I think that's the end of the season, it is going to be a mini Hydrosect arc.
Maybe the whole season's been a Hydrosect arc, but before we did know any of that, why don't we see how many episodes we're going to miss? Mm-hmm. Let's roll some dice.
Roll them bones.
That is a 14.
Ooh.
Oh, dang.
I'm rolling 3d6 and 1d4. Like,
Oh, it's just a nice jump.
It's pretty standard. We're going to season 5, episode 11, Maternal Instinct. And a quick look, season 5 is shorter. So if we roll a 5 or greater, we are going to the finale after this. I'll say that out loud.
Wow.
And I am rolling 4 dice, so I would have to roll 4 ones for us to not go to the finale.
Okay, well, all right.
It's possible, but very unlikely. You ready for this episode description, guys?
Lay it on me. I'm ready. I'm
Ben,
so ready.
can you get the cha-ching sound ready for my points?
Oh, boy.
Sydney gives birth to the baby.
What?
What?
But Sloane may need something from it.
Whoa, whoa.
Nadia awakens. That's it. That's the entire episode description.
This sounds like a fucking Winter Soldier code thing.
Yeah, I feel like somebody's about to just like suddenly start twitching and then like go after the ambassador. Before we do predictions, I have one thing I want to ask you guys.
Okay.
So, in this episode, we get Weiss being confounded by an empanada.
Yeah.
What is another food that has confounded Weiss?
Ooh, gazpacho soup. He's like, what the hell? This is cold.
You want to eat like he gets
Soup
like
hot, soup cold? What?
there's like a potluck at work and someone brings gazpacho and he like gets it, takes a bite, he's like, oh, it's cold, and then he just like puts it in the microwave without thinking about it. I could see that happening. That's a good call, Vic. I'm wondering if it's like all dumpling shaped foods. If you get to like wonton and it's just freaked out.
Does not compute.
Yeah, he's just like, bow? What? Okay.
In onigiri, he's just all like, so it's rice. We'll take a bite.
I want to see, because this is about the right time period. I want to see his brain when he first sees a calzone. It's just like pizza, but in half.
It's a large empanada.
I do love a good calzone. Except I'm so impatient, I always burn my face on them because I'm like, oh, calzone, I want to eat it, but they're so fucking hot on the inside. They're like
I am not a calzone man.
What is wrong with you? What?
Look, it's real simple. I like thin crust pizza for the most part. And if I want pizza with 2 crusts, I'm just going to get a deep dish pizza instead of a calzone.
Oh, man.
The best
Now,
part
by that
about
you
deep
mean-
dish pizza is the cheese that gets crispy on the edges, because I'm a Detroit pizza style man when it comes to the deep dish.
You like your pizza squared.
Well, I prefer round thin crust over everything. But it's just like, calzone is like, what are my favorite parts of the pizza? None of them. It's like,
Will you
okay,
fuck with the stromboli?
I will fuck with the stromboli on occasion, but that has more to do with portability than anything else. A calzone, you're not going to like walk around a mall and eat a stromboli. You
Coward.
Look, I pride myself on the fact that I have not found a meal that I will not eat while driving. Like, I've traveled for work extensively in my life. I eat many, many meals in the car. That's just, I like multitasking. I also shave and brush my teeth at the same time occasionally.
How the hell do you... That's impossible.
No,
Leave
it's
Cylon.
not. No. It's, well, one, don't do your mustache while you're doing it. You can't. That's a bad idea, right? But you can shave, like, under
neck.
beard.
Yeah.
You can do the sides and stuff. You just gotta, like, brush.
Are you talking about with shaving cream and a razor? Because I could see maybe I could do that with an electric
With a razor, I don't use shaving cream. I haven't used
never
shaving
used
cream
shaving
since
cream.
I was 16.
What is... Whoa, you guys raw dog your beards?
Well, there's water.
Yeah.
I have to
insane.
use shaving cream, dude. My shit is fucking... It's like titanium. My beard hairs are so... Yeah. That's strange. Okay, now before I forget, because this is going to bug me if I don't ask, what the hell...
Yes, I have ate salads while driving.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. No, I'm talking about the rice thing you mentioned over what rice?
An onigiri?
What is that?
It's like a Japanese Hot Pocket, but instead of bread, rice.
That sounds amazing. Oh my god, I want one of
They're
those.
fantastic.
They can be. They can also be, like, do not eat gas station onigiri.
Yeah.
That's just good advice. All right, that's time for everyone's
Let's do
favorite
some
part of the show.
predictions.
Lincoln, what are you doing up there?
Guessing? I guess no one's coming.
I have seen into the future.
You ruined the prophecy.
Predictions.
I want to go first.
Go first.
Because I did weird stuff this time. I was having trouble thinking of things. And Vic, at one point, I believe you TV tropes to some predictions.
Totally.
So I have followed suit. And
All
I
right.
hit random on TV tropes. I did not read any articles, so I did not know if it was on the show list for anything, to be absolutely clear. I would read the title, and if I needed a little bit more, I would scroll down just a little bit for the explanation of the trope. And I hit random until I found one that I'm all like, that's a prediction I'll make. Mm-hmm. And so I did
Nice.
that.
That's good.
My
Good
my
technique.
first prediction, grow the beard.
Grow the beard.
A
Somebody
character
grows a beard.
will have facial hair in Season 5 that does not in Season 4.
That's a good trope.
So
like
we're not talking Sloane.
Well, Sloane does not have facial hair in Season 4.
Yes, he does. He's got the stubble.
I was pretty sure he was clean shaven this episode. He's got the stubble most of the time we see him.
I'll bet you it's going to be Snap Wexley. What's his name?
Yeah,
Grunberg?
Greg Grunberg,
Weiss.
Weiss.
Yeah, he's going to get the beard. 'Cause we
Vaughn,
know
maybe.
He
We'll see.
canonically gets a beard.
I want
in real
Marshall
life.
to have a
Well,
sick
okay.
mustache.
If we're gonna say stubble counts, then we'll say Sloane is not factored into this for stubble. But if Sloane has more than stubble, it counts. Or if any other character is rocking stubble, it counts. Because I don't really consider stubble facial hair. I consider it being lazy.
Yeah.
But if stubble counts, I'm good with that. Just to establish the baseline for the points.
Yeah, I'm
My
good with
evening
that.
prediction, Deadly Book. I'm going to guess it's a Rambaldi or maybe one of his contemporaries. Has a book that can bestow great power or possibly death. And my primetime prediction, Mystical Cave. We have already had one of these in the plot, so I figure it was the best to put on primetime because I'm going to say we have another cave. It's either an artifact cave. There will be a cave that is some important part of the plot of one of these episodes.
All right, those are that's I should do
These
that more
2 to
often.
3
the
episodes.
Random TV trope.
Man,
that's
you guys
got to
be careful. Be careful with TV tropes. You can just lose hours in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was just on there. One of my favorite terms is a plot tumor, which is a thing that is introduced early in a show that isn't super important, but then as the show goes along, it becomes more and more important. It just keeps growing until it overwhelms everything.
That's a great trope. That's a great
because, like,
technique.
apparently, I don't know. I've never seen the show. The card game in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is originally just, like, one of the crazy things in this dystopia that people bet on. But then over the course of it, it becomes the most important thing. Sort of like, hey, in Pokemon, originally just, hey, and then some people do Pokemon fighting. It becomes every city, every economy is focused around Pokemon. And it's just like, does anybody just build cars?
No, they only have bikes.
Or, you know, how the Borg go from, hey, they want to steal all your technology to actually, no, they just want to steal everything, and suddenly became, like, science zombies. Because they weren't originally. They weren't, you know, assimilating people when they first showed up. That is a later addition. All right.
All right.
Victor, what are your predictions?
Okay, here we go. For daytime, my prediction is we're going to see someone. Actually, God, if we only have 2 episodes left, I didn't realize that we were
that close.
Fuck it. We're going to do it anyway. All right, these are things we're going to see. Well, the first one is things we're going to see. Daytime, we see someone get defenstrated.
Ooh.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, that's being thrown out a window.
Sure,
that is correct.
Okay.
We also talked about that last episode.
Oh, cool. I should go back and listen to that one. Evening prediction. Satellite doomsday weapon. Now, given our given our proximity to the finale, I gotta say that it exists somewhere in the show. We might not necessarily see it. Same thing with primetime, although we will see this if it actually happens. Primetime prediction: Sydney's dad gains a superpower from whatever procedure saves his life.
Okay.
All right, bring us home, Ben.
All right. So my daytime prediction: we get a trapped in the snow episode.
Oh, I hate
We're somewhere
those.
cold, and you know, maybe there's an ice fishing shed. I don't know. Evening prediction: we get an episode where Weiss has to pretend to be a chef. And my primetime prediction: we get Marshall from work in the field.
Ooh.
Haven't you made that prediction already?
I don't think so. But I want to say it ends with he has to shoot somebody, and he's like, oh my God, I can't believe I killed somebody. And then the person's just like, oh. And it's like, oh, you didn't actually kill anybody, Marshall. You just shot a guy.
All right.
Well, that's our episode, everyone.
Yeah. Should say thank you to Ripe.
We should say thank you to Ripe.
Hey, Ripe. Thank you.
Hey, Ripe. Hi. Thanks.
Close personal friends of the pod. Buddies, Ripe. We've really been digging the new album. You got a couple gigs coming up. Go listen to the album if you haven't. Play the game. It's fantastic. And thanks so much for letting us use Goon Squad as our theme music. We appreciate it.
And thank you to you, the listener. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review. Please leave us a review. We could really use the help, especially since our listenership has dropped since SG1, which was like 6 seasons ago.
Maybe we should do SG2 or something?
SG2. That's a good idea for a comic. Start with SG2. Okay. And if you want to talk to us, leave us a message. Go to voicecast.app/LTO, where you can send us a text message or record us a voice message. And whoever left the ransom note for my dog, please leave us another message telling us who you are, or not. It can remain a mystery. That's fine, but that's awesome. Thanks.
And we'll see you next time on Last Time On.
Oh, if you don't like our show, keep that shit to yourself.